It's a question every parent has asked themselves at one time or another. What is my child doing online? While the internet can be a helpful trove of knowledge for students, it's also filled with misinformation, scams, and inappropriate content.
And Adam Evans joins us from RBC this morning to discuss protecting our children online. Adam, good to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
All right, we know the internet, as Kara just alluded to there, has changed a lot over the last few years in particular, and our kids, they're using it now more than ever.
Absolutely, and I think it's the different generations of children. So you've got young folks that are on their way to school now, you've got sort of the adolescents heading into high school, you've got older kids heading into university. And the threat landscape hasn't really changed in how it targets them. It's using things like artificial intelligence to industrialize, so you see more scams more frequently, more coverage of them. But our young people are spending more and more time online, whether it's online gaming, on their devices, interacting in their social communities or social groups with one another. And that puts them at risk. They're putting more information online than they ever have before. And that's what the bad guys are really interested in, is how do I get more information about people that I want to target, and then obviously that can turn into things like identity theft, stealing funds, stealing money, or just stealing their information and using that for other types of attacks against them. So it is a daunting task for a lot of people to be able to protect all of that digital persona as they spend more and more time online.
And I think that's where we want to start, because you have some tips for parents to help protect their kids, help protect their families, and that is one that many kids don't think about, and that is the oversharing that goes on.
Absolutely. So, one of the things that I've been sort of talking my way through as I meet with kids and parents is education as a family. You can say, the kids need to spend more time online and educate themselves about their devices, but what we're finding is kids are very good at consuming technology. They are immersed in this generation that technology is everywhere for them. So parents and children sitting down at the kitchen table and talking about, how do you secure your devices? Let's put all our phones on the table. Let's talk about what are the security settings, how do we want to configure it, and let's make sure all our devices are secure. Same thing with social media accounts and all of your online accounts that are critical to you, shopping, banking, whatever it happens to be. And that collective learning, I think, starts to create a trust between parent and child. And that trust, you can then start to ask better questions. You can say, hey, I'm going to pause. I've just seen something come in as a parent. Run it by your child. Do you think this is bad? Do you think it's malicious? Do you think I'm trying to be, or somebody's trying to target me? And you can make decisions as a family, and that collective learning helps protect the entire family unit, which I think is an important way for families to sort of move forward in this technology-enabled generation or time that we're in, is that collective learning. It's the weakest link in the chain. It's the same thing in an organization as it is in the family unit. We're trying to bring everybody along together at the same time with the same level of knowledge.
Without a doubt. All right, let's talk a bit about scams, if we could, for a second. Internet full of them, of course, looking to take our money, and just like adults, kids can fall victim to scams too.
Absolutely. So I think the misnomer is that threat actors are only interested in people with lots of money, and the reality is they're interested in everybody. And they're interested in everybody because of the information that everybody has. So the types of scams that we see, and young people, I think, because they spend more time online, are probably more apt to getting compromised with or being successfully targeted by impersonation attacks in social media. We see a lot of influencers or people in positions of trust being impersonated in social media. And the impersonations then turn into things like phishing campaigns. If you click on this link, there's a deep discount on this really great product that this influencer has been pushing.
And it's so tempting, right? Yeah.
Click on it, they harvest some information from you, and then that turns into the next wave of attacks. Now I have more information about you. I can hyper-personalize something the next time I come to you with an offer or a form of an attack.
Well, the kids don't often understand nothing in this world is free, and that's what's being capitalized here, right?
You bet. So certainly, as devices, we've got applications that are running on our iPads and our phones and all of those sorts of things. And when you're downloading free apps, it's not free. They're looking again for information that you as the consumer create. It could be the locations that you visit. It could be the chats that you have. It could be the things that you're interested in, whether it's online quizzes, games, whatever the case may be. It is all about information collection, and the more information they have, the more personalized they can make the machine as they start to target their victims and provide them with relevant information, which drives the success of their attack campaigns up because people are recognizing the content they're interested in and they want to interact with it.
All right, before we let you go, I know you really want to underscore this final point, which is talk to your kids. Just make sure that you got that dialogue going.
Absolutely. So I think there's 3 points. I think that family education is one. Open up the dialogue. I don't think it should be taboo to have conversations about what does your social media account really look like, what kinds of things are you posting, what kinds of things are you sharing. Second thing is think about a family password manager where everybody's passwords go into one place. But if there is an event that happens, the parents or the children can help out somebody in the family that's had a credential compromise. It's in a centralized repository. And the last thing I would say is talk about it. If you think something, most people have a gut feeling that something is not right, but they don't take a breath and think about what they're being asked to do. Take a breath, talk to your parents, talk to your children. What do you think? Let's come to a common decision, and then we can determine whether or not we want to do something or we just want to put it in the trash and ignore it.
All right. Adam, you always give us food for thought. Thank you so much. You can see the wheels turn. I'm like, oh boy, I got lots to do.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/cyber to learn more.